Okay, everybody. So we are doing a live Zoom meetings here with my good friend here, Christine Stampini, Tammy Goodwin. So I have two special guest speakers here from your home sold guaranteed realty in Florida, Christine Stampini. We're gonna interview her a little bit after this, and then another good friend of mine. She actually came to Arcadia, Alhambra, San Gabriel, not too long ago, from your home sold guaranteed realty in Atlanta, Georgia, Tammy Goodwin. So, Kristen, the reason we are doing this Zoom meeting is because there's so many homeowners that have to sell their home, but the real estate agents telling them to do open house, uh, and and that's very traditional way. And obviously now in the middle of coronavirus, we cannot do that. So I like to share with the consumers, with the general public about our COVID-19 sellers protection program, right? So, Christine, why don't you do a quick introduction about you yourself so people know, and then after that, you go in, share what do you do at your home sold guaranteed realty in Florida to help homeowners in today's market.
Okay. So, yep. So I'm here in Boca Raton, Florida, and we also have a Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Here in Boca Raton, we are not allowed to meet people face to face. So we're still an essential business, but we are not supposed to meet at all buyers or sellers face to face currently. So it's obviously, we've had to change our business. So when we're doing, first of all, obviously our marketing is, and everything that we're doing, our marketing is making sure that it's to people that need to buy or sell now. We're doing all of our appointments pretty much on Zoom. Okay. And then we're doing a lot, obviously, differently. So a lot of the people that are in our current market, what we're finding is they just aren't doing anything. They're waiting for the market to turn around. So we're making sure that we have, just like you guys and a lot of people in the Craig Proctor system and Your Home Sold Guaranteed, is we've changed our marketing plan. So number one is we're doing, obviously we're doing virtual open houses in a couple different ways. So we're testing different ways. Number one, you can do it, and you can do it Facebook Live. You can also do it Zoom in Facebook Live, or you can just do it Zoom. So then you can, and the thing that's great about it is that you are able to capture so many more people than an open house right now, right? So we can't do open houses right now, but if you're only doing, let's say, getting 10 people into an open house, you guys get crazy amount of people, totally different. But in general, most agents get maybe 5, 10, 20 maximum people in an open house, where this way you can keep running watch parties, you can keep running open houses, so you can do Zoom, and you can actually do the other big thing is now, instead of the 3D Matterport, you can actually get a connection onto your phone from either Matterport, or you can get it from Aster Room. Yeah. So those are so you can do the 3D, which everyone should be doing the 3D on their phone for every single listing, and you should be showing the clients that, or the potential clients that. So you're making the 3D videos. So number one, you're making the 3D videos and then you can use the 3D videos on your open house. So you can do the virtual open house. You can actually walk through talking about it, but you can also do the 3D ahead of time, put it on Zoom, okay, then talk about it, which is awesome. It's so you're talking about it as it's walking through. And the other thing is don't just use yourself. Actually, so if it's Hugo, you've got an open house. Let's say it's on a 3D Matterport style. Then we put it on Zoom, and you give me a list of questions or a list of features on the house, and I start asking you questions, Hugo, about the house. So it's interactive. Okay, so we're showing it, and so there's so many, and then you actually record them, and then you show it as a watch party over and over and over and over again. Yeah. So now you keep showing the same thing. You're not having to go there every time to do it, which is great.
Yeah, and Christine, in our database, so for example, you mentioned about the traditional way of selling homes, the agents passively waiting for the buyers to come in one at a time. So when we talk about our virtual arbit system, is that my team and I, we already have 47,000 buyers looking to buy homes in the database, Christine. So when we are hosting the virtual showings, can you imagine? It's kind of like what we are doing now, the Zoom meetings, but imagine if this is all the buyers, right? So imagine if this is all the buyers and this is the house that I'm selling. Think about it. So what is the purpose of our arbit system? Is to create a sense of excitement and urgency, right? So when we have, so Chris, imagine if all of you are the buyers and the buyer's agent, and then this is the house, I'm the listing agent, and this is the house that I'm selling. So I can still show the house, right? That, hey, this is the living, this is the kitchen, this is the bathroom, this is the master bedroom, and then I can embed here the video that Christine was talking about. And then at the end of this, I say, hey guys, the deadline to submit an offer will be tomorrow at 3 o'clock, right? So we set a date. So we are still doing the same arbit system, but instead of in person, we set it up in such a way that all the buyers come on a Zoom meeting. So it says here on the website that we have a database of over 47,000 buyers. Then we bring all the buyers come at the same time.
Well, and the other thing is too, is I really feel that even when we open up our country again slowly and we go through phases, people are not going to feel as comfortable with traditional real estate, right? So you have to have options for these people. So I think that arbit and auction style selling is going to be a lot, because people might not want people into their homes, but they still want or need to sell their home.
Yeah.
So you have to create your presentation as to a traditional seller and also to a seller that doesn't want traditional. So I think it's really important to do both.
Yeah. And so the way our system works here, Christine, we call it guaranteed cash offer on your home. Essentially what we do, we partner up with 250. So we have a network of 250 investors, Christine. So if you are the owner of the house, essentially we give you a cash offer on your home within 24 hours, no open house, no showings, nothing. So in fact, well, later on when Tammy is talking, I'll pull up on YouTube, we just get testimonials yesterday, homeowners. So he been trying to sell his home over 6 months, and he has some serious medical condition, and basically he's trying to get money from the government, but basically it's been declined. And then we came in less than, like within 24 hours, cash offer and close, and now it allows him to move. I think he's moving out of state or something, but I'll play his video endorsement right after this. Okay, let's go to Atlanta, Georgia. Say, Tammy, can you share what's going on? Like, what do you guys do now when the owner of the house thinking of selling their home in today's market? Your home sold guaranteed realty in Atlanta, Georgia. What do you guys do to help the homeowners? We call this program COVID-19 Sellers Protection Plan. Can you share what you do?
Absolutely. So in Atlanta, we're almost the same, to where we can still meet with people, but we have to keep that 13 feet apart distance. And so, but what we've opted to do, and what most sellers are comfortable with, is the virtual meetings. And so we've also become accustomed to Zoom and having our meetings over Zoom, and it's been great. I feel like for my team, we've gotten more appointments doing Zoom than we were before, because it's easier to catch people at home. It's more convenient for the client. And now that we're able to come up with different ways to help them feel good about the process, it's been really going well. The reason why I'm in my car is because I just left the house, putting a sign out in the yard that I listed today, and I already have 4 showings on it.
That's awesome.
So, wow, that's awesome. So,
yeah, so
wait a minute. So how do you do it? So you just, but I like that, Tammy, you're a genius. So most real estate agents, they take a listing, they sign it, and then they're waiting, they're looking for the buyers, right? What you are saying is that the home, if you follow the system, the home should already been sold the moment they ink the paper.
Absolutely.
How much is the house?
You know what, we're just trying to see what works, and we're just doing a lot of different things to see what works out better, listening to other people from other Your Home Sold Guarantees, which I love that we have the connection in Florida. have your home guaranteed out of California. So being able to get on and collaborate with each other has been great because we were having a challenge of getting people signed up online, but after listening to some of the things that Kristen had given some great ideas about, now it's going smoothly. It's every day it's something to learn and something new to implement, and it just helps the system get better and better. And I feel like, Kristen, I think that moving forward, it's going to be a game changer, because I think a lot of people who are busy individuals who travel a lot, they're going to be able to just do it virtually and get it done. And from what we've done here, they're going to see how it's going to work well for them.
Yeah. And yeah. I agree with you, Tammy, because here, we have a lot of second homes and investment properties and such. And we always wanted to be good at this, but now, and we weren't, but this pushed us into having to be good at it, right? So it's a game changer.
Yes. And you still get that connection, because instead of just being over the phone, you still get to see the person. And it gives you that, it still gives you that personal touch instead of, as before, just hearing a voice, but you also get to put a face with the voice.
That's right. Yep.
Okay, let me show you, Christine and Tammy, and if you guys want to chime in, you can jump in anytime, but I'll quickly go over with you what we do here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty in California, my office here in Los Angeles. For those of you who don't know, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty in California, we are one team, we are one brokerage with 20 different sub-locations, right, covering all Los Angeles County and Orange County. So the first program here, Christine, that I share with everybody for our clients is, we call it the Guaranteed Cash Offer on your home within 24 hours. So all we need to do, the owner of the house, there's a series of questions. It's about 20, 25 basic question about your home. They have to fill it up. And then there is no open house. We save you time and hassle of having dozens of buyers walk through your home. And all we need to do, we give you an offer, because what we do, we have a database of over 250 investors. So we search, and then we give you the offers, which one that match your criteria. So that's the first one. The second one, the second program that we offer to our clients, Christine, we call it our trade-in program. So the way the trade-in program works is that we partner up with an institutional investors. We have access to $50 million. So if you buying a house, let's say you own a house in LA and you want to sell it and you want to buy to even Florida. Let's say you want to move to Florida or Atlanta. Many of our clients go to Atlanta, Florida, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona. So let's say you sell your house in LA and you are moving out of state. Guess what, Christine? we're gonna put an offer on their home here in LA. So when they go to your place, to Florida or to Atlanta, they can put an offer on their in their new home that's no longer subject to the existing home. And you know what's cool about this? They actually receive, because most people assume, the owners think, or many real estate agents, Christine, in my area, they say, well, Rudy give you the cash offer, but they're gonna lowball the offers. That's not true. This program, the trade-in program, you actually get 100% off the fair market value, less the fees. So it's just our regular commission fees, as well as it's less than like 1.5% fees for that. So that's the second one. And then the last one, Christine and Tammy, what we offer to our homeowners here in the area, we call it our guaranteed sale program, Real Estate Catch 22, which basically says that, hey, Mr. Owner of the house, if you're trying to sell your home now, do you realize that 80% of the buyers, they have a house to sell? So when you just put a traditional open house for sale sign, you are only capturing 20% of the buyers that's already ready, willing, and able to buy. So what's your plan to capture 80% of the buyers? So that's why we don't do traditional open house. So here in our company, Christine, as you know, we in real estate, there's this problem called Real Estate Catch 22. So because the buyers, you see this 80% of the buyers that have a house, they are still debating, okay, if they buy first, then they might end up with 2 homes, or if they sell the first home, then they end up with no house. So what's the solution? Well, the solution is we put up in front of the for sale sign. Instead of doing a traditional for sale sign, we put a sign that says, buy this home and I'll buy yours. So we are saying, hey, buyers, hey, all the buyers, come here. If you buy this home, if you put an offer on this home, then I'll put an offer on that house. So think about it. How does it benefit you? If you're the owner of the house, how does it benefit you if I say, hey, all the buyers, come here, you put an offer on this home, then I'll put an offer on that home. So Tammy, if I do that, if you're selling your home and I say, hey, all buyers, you buy Tammy's house, then I'll put an offer on your home. Do you think you get more offers or less offers?
More.
More, right? So that's all it is. So everybody qualify for this program. But what I want to share today with this COVID-19, check it out. This is so cool. Many homeowners, they need to sell their home right now, but they don't want to risk exposing themselves to COVID-19. So our COVID-19 seller protection program solved this dilemma. Because now what we are doing is that we are selling the home 100% online, virtually, kind of like what Christine was talking about, without the need to enter the home. Because my team and I, we have a database of over 47,000 buyers who's looking to buy homes here in the area. So essentially, our COVID-19 seller protection plan, number one, you don't need to leave your house. You don't need people to come into your home. Our COVID-19 seller protection plan keeps you and your family safe while we sell your home. And I think Tammy and Christine, both of you said, I think after this coronavirus is over, we want to stick with this program. This is actually a good program. One of our clients, many of our homeowners now, they just, okay, like just give me the offers. Especially now, there are so many of these iBuyers, they are no longer doing it, right? Anything else you guys want to share? What's going on? Not only for Christine and Tammy, I know we have people in my office too here. Like you guys, is there anything else you want to share too? This video is to help homeowners in today's economy. I'm not sure if you heard the news, Christine. 22 million families file unemployment. 5.25 million people file unemployment this week. And you top it off with COVID, with this coronavirus, man. So this is why we are so proud. This is why we want to send this message, our COVID-19 seller protection plan. Because think about it, if you're behind on your mortgage payments, like you got to sell your home like right now, and then you don't have time for these real estate agents to come into your home and then do their cute little presentation and hoping the buyers to come in one at a time. We cannot do that. We cannot do an open house.
One thing I want to add to Rudy is that our bid home pricing is such a, proprietary thing that we do for sellers. If you understand what where the buyers are, where the demand is, we don't use comps like most people do, like traditional agents do, and that's why they take so long to sell a house. We actually know where buyers are buying and how much they can afford, and that's what this our bid is all about. So when we put this house in the right place, everybody wants this home, and demand goes so high that we get multiple offers. So that's what makes our bid such an effective way for sellers that want to sell their home really fast. And I haven't seen anything like it before. I work in real estate. I was selling the traditional way. I had such a hard time finding people or doing it this quick. I just did one, for example, this last Sunday, yesterday, and I have 5 offers and nobody has even walked into the house.
Can you share that in details, Hugo? What do you mean? So can you tell that story? Oh, by the way, before you do, Hugo, I want to make sure I properly introduce you. So Christine and Tammy, Hugo here, before he joined your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, you guys know, he was like the #1 real estate agent in Realty One in San Bernardino. And prior to it, he was one of the top agents in RE/MAX in San Bernardino. So for him, and he's been in business for how long, Hugo?
27 years.
27 years. So for him to say something like, I've never seen things like this before. You know, if a brand new agent just got his license yesterday, I've never seen this before. No kidding. You haven't seen anything, dude. But for Hugo, one of the top real estate agents, like the #1 guy in his prior office in San Bernardino, and then he's been in business for over 27 years. For him to say, man, I've never seen something like this that can literally getting a home sold with no open house. Right, Hugo? If you've been in business 27 years and you sell 3 homes, one your mom, one is your girlfriend, one is your brother, then okay, then your opinion doesn't really matter too. So okay, so that's your introduction, Hugo. So now can you share your story, like what happened with that family?
Yes. This particular one from Sunday, it's a home where we have a very difficult tenant, actually. Nobody was able to get into that home. I finally was able to get in there and did some of the interior inspections and pictures and so forth. And this last Sunday, after 5 previous agents trying to sell their home and no offer, in less than a week and with one Sunday virtual tour, virtual open house, I have already 4 offers and 2 more coming. Simple as that. I haven't done a sale like that in my life before, so fast and in a difficult situation. And I have another one too, where there was a divorce case where they had 3 other agents trying for, I don't know, 6 months. And then when I took over and I did an RBID system like sale, I had 90 people coming through my open house. At that time, we were still able to bring people in. And I have 7 offers. And the house sold for a lot more than it was listed.
Yeah. And last, Hugo, can you share, like, what does it mean for the consumers? Like, why they need to sell their home? Remember, guys, this is to help the homeowners in today's market, right? So can you share, like, what does it mean for the owner of the house? Why they have to sell right now? I was trying to go to YouTube just now, trying to download the video. If Christine I think I know Christine know really well on this Zoom. Do you know that we cannot, if I play Zoom like this now, if I go to YouTube and play the video, you cannot hear the audio. Do you guys know that? I was trying to play a video of a client, and so Hugo, sorry. So then you have to verbally share it. I was about to show a video so you can hear directly from the consumers that they really have to sell their home. They're facing some serious medical issue. It's really touching story, you know. So that's the reason why we are very serious about this program, because it's to help homeowners in today's market.
Yeah, my 2 last RBIDs, the one divorce case, they were having a hard time selling. They were trying to settle everything, and the situation made it even more complicated because, you know, divorce is already complicated, and then trying to sell the home and not being able to do that makes it even worse. Right now, I'm able to speak to both of them. I kind of like, wow, this is incredible. The 2 people that weren't able to talk even before, now they're talking, and the 3 of us are like very good friends. And they're happy because something is finally done that could not be done before. And so they're just totally impressed as well with how we have done 1 hour in 1 hour done.
All right, so I'd like to recap this. Is there anything else, Christine and Tammy, to share to help homeowners in today's when they're thinking of selling their home?
Well, let me ask Hugo a question. So Hugo, that's awesome. How did you? So what did you do to market it, to get the people, to get all the offers? What steps did you take to do that? To get the multiple offers, to get the people to your, yes. What did you do to get that?
The RBID steps.
Yeah, I did. We have, you know, 6 steps. I don't want to go through all the details, but we have 6 ways to price the home to put it exactly where the highest demand of buyers are. So that's number 1. And to be honest with you, the first time I've done it, I didn't know what to expect. the system says it was going to produce, but I didn't know. Believe me, when that happened, then I have to manage the amount of people inquiring about this. So I told them basically, hey, if you like this house, give us your best and offer that you think this house is worth. And because they saw so many people together, I didn't even have to tell them what to write. They were just trying to get this, this house, because they saw several people wanting this home, and human behavior. I want this house. So
Christine,
that's
so
basically. I didn't.
Oh, go
Are
ahead,
you pricing it? Are you pricing it under for the open houses? Are you pricing it under the price that you would have it on the MLS for?
Actually, pricing in what I have done in 4 of my listings is not necessarily what I will say lower than the MLS. Because in one case, for example, it was higher than I thought it was going to be, and I was nervous, and still got a lot of people coming through. So in some cases, maybe lower, in some cases, maybe higher. But regardless of, even if it's lower, with all the demand, you end up selling it for more than that you would have listed it at the MLS anyways.
Christine, that's our secret recipe, Christine.
No, well, it's actually, right, you got it from Craig and doing it. You're just the one that's implemented it. Right?
Yeah, the Arbit, this is called Arbit version 2.0.
Yeah. So basically, another thing that you can do is, if people really don't, let's say they want to see the property, or even the agent wants to see the property or whatever, but they don't want to go and see it. Another thing that we can do, and this is, you can walk it through the steps of when you're talking, to a potential seller, is we can actually get on a Zoom call with them. I can show them the Matterport, okay, the 3D, and we can talk about your home and we can walk through it. So we can make sure that the buyer is very interested. So I can get on with the other agent, with the buyer. We can actually go through it. I can make sure that they're definitely qualified and make sure that they really want the house. And then we can go and see it. And we can also have them put in an offer before, get it accepted. So there's many different ways that we can do it, so we can get an offer accepted, and then we can show them the house. So whatever way you're comfortable with, Mr. Seller. The other thing is when are you comfortable in closing? So we can move that closing date. We can sell it out. We can sell it faster. We can sell it, so all of these options you have, to where you don't necessarily have to have anybody in your home until it's under contract, or until somebody we know that is very interested, because we can walk them through everything. So that all of these options are just like, wow, I've never heard this before, right? I've never seen anything like that before.
Hey, Christine, so this recording here is actually for the consumers. Can you go through, if I'm the owner of the house, so let's have this conversation. So I'm the owner of the house, you are the real estate agent, and man, give me all the options, because the other agents told me that they were about to do open house.
Yeah, so number one is obviously, okay, so it's getting the demand of getting the homes and priced. It's virtual open houses where you can do it in multiple different ways. Then it's also where, for example, if somebody's not watching the virtual open house, they don't want to see it, they really want to see the property, you're not real comfortable with it. The other ways that we can do it is we can actually get on a call just like this through Zoom, and we can walk through the home as a 3D Matterport, which is a 3D literally with the floor plan and everything, and taking you through the home as if they were inside, where me as the listing agent and the buyer's agent can be on a call like this, and we can actually be showing your home and making sure that it's the right fit, because you know that a lot of people see pictures of the home or whatever, even a video, but then when they go to it, we make sure that they go by and drive by the home, okay, because a lot of the time they'll want to they'll go drive by it and they'll be like, oh, this isn't for me. So we want to make sure they drive by the home. And then also we get on a Zoom call with them and we can go over the home with them as well. So there are so many different things that we can do to sell your home for, fast and for top dollar, but it's also up to you when you want to sell your home. So let's say, you know what, I don't know where I'm going to go yet or anything else. Instead of a 30-day close, we can put a 60-day close. Yeah. And then the other thing is let's say, you know what, I just really don't want somebody I don't even want the buyer that's on, that you're talking to through Zoom, through the other agent. Then the other thing we can offer is that we can actually make sure that we have an accepted offer from you before we ever show the home. Okay, yeah. So we can do that as well. So all of these things, I'm going to tell you what, the other agents don't do any of it. None of it,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and the reason we can do that, Mr. Owner of the house, the reason you can just accept an offer and have them take a look at it, because we already have multiple offers. If you don't have multiple offers, if you only have one buyer, then of course you cannot do any of this. You are at the mercy of the buyers. Like Tammy here, she's driving. She just get off a listing appointments, right? She just, the owner of the house hired her, and she walked away with. And this is so. Tammy, can you share? So if I'm the owner of the house, what's the message you'd like to share to the owner of the house?
Well, the message that I've been sharing with mine, because normally when we sit down with people, the first thing they want to ask, is this a good market to sell? Is it good to sell now? And I tell them this is the best time to sell. Because one, you're only going to get people who are really and truly interested in your house. You're not going to have any people just browsing because of where we are right now, number one. Number two, it's a good time because there are not a lot of houses out there. So if you're in one of those areas, when you put your house on the market, like we did this one it's an area called Kennesaw in Georgia, which is a very hot area. So because people are waiting on something to go in that area, as soon as we listed it, it was gone. It was crazy. And then I just talked with my client, and I just let them know that basically the most important thing to me is making sure that they feel safe. So we make sure that there's hand sanitizer. If they're willing to let somebody come to their house, at the door we have shoe booties for people to put on their shoes. The second thing we do is we have hand sanitizer for people to be able to hand sanitize. We have gloves at the door, and we request when somebody's coming over, I will ask the agent, I will request that they have a mask so that way my client feels safe. And then that way they also feel safe.
Yeah, you brought up, if somebody asks, hey, is this a good time to sell? Well, let's use common sense here. 22 million people file unemployment. 5.25 million people file unemployment this week alone, right? Right now, all these banks, when they talk about forbearance, right? The banks, think about it. The banks, the government, they're telling the people, hey, there's a forbearance for 3 months. And then most consumers, they don't look at when they call the bank, they don't really look at the agreements. What happens is that all their payments suddenly due in July. So if all their payments, so 3 months, right? So if this is April, May, June, if you don't pay your mortgage in April, May, and June, suddenly everything is due in July. So if you cannot make a payment $2,000 a month in April, $2,000 in May, $2,000 in June, what makes you think suddenly you can make a payment of $8,000? That's a 4 months worth of payment in July.
Absolutely.
I want to go over that a little bit. So we're looking at possibly 47 million people filing for unemployment. Okay, yes. 47 million. That's over 30% of our country. Now, when we talk about that, because we don't know, it's going to be over time, right? The thing is it a good time to sell? Are you kidding me? This is, you really, if you plan on selling, you absolutely should put it on the market right now, because for multiple reasons. You were talking about the forbearance. Things are changing every day as all of us see, okay, as far as what they expect us to do, stay home, not stay home, what is essential businesses, what is not. And with this, with what we're doing today, a forbearance keeps changing, okay? So we don't have the rules. And like Rudy said, number one is on the 4th month, Okay, if you have 3 months right now, on the 4th month, it could be where you have to pay all 3 plus the 1, which you know is not going to happen. Okay, in most cases, people can't do that. Another thing is they might just say, okay, now we'll put it at the end of the loan. However, you on month 4, you have to pay the interest, you have to pay the taxes, okay, and also that 4th mortgage payment. Well, we're just getting back to work, okay, or whatever. Or, and also, it's not supposed to affect your credit when you do a forbearance. However, if you miss a mortgage payment, it doesn't won't affect your credit, but it'll affect your buying power. So there's so many crazy things right now that I say to every seller out there, if you're going to sell within the next at least year, today's the best day to put it on that market.
Christine, you brought up a really good point there. So not only the forbearance, because most people think the forbearance means you don't need to pay. Well, that's not true. Call your bank. Don't listen to me. Call your bank right now. Number 2, you brought up a good point, Christine, about your credit. You're gonna get hit because you don't pay April, May, and June because they allow you to. But then at the same time, when you run your credit, they actually report it as mortgage late.
Well, and the thing is it's not going to really necessarily, it shouldn't, okay, and things are changing again every day. It may affect your credit, okay, or not. But the other thing is that you missed a payment. As soon as you miss your mortgage payment, you can't buy right now for an entire year, no matter what. I don't care what kind of credit score you have. If you have a 750 credit score, but you missed your mortgage payment today, you still cannot buy for a year. Okay, so the thing is you just don't know what's going to happen. Also, if you look at it, the lending is changing. So, for example, Chase, which was, I believe, the 3rd or the 4th biggest lender last year, now they've changed so many of their rules of what they're doing. Okay, and Chase is now, if you go to Chase, they're changing what your credit score has to be. They're changing all sorts of stuff. And so many of the lenders are doing that. So you have got to think about selling your home today for what the market value is. And also, we don't know when our country starts to open up. I feel that there could be a lot of people flooding the market with homes to sell. And when that happens, that brings values down. So you just don't know what's going to happen, right?
Yep. So, yep. Anybody else want to share what's going on to help the owner of the house? Otherwise, I'm gonna do my recap here.
I wanted to just piggyback up what you guys were just saying.
Who's that? Hey, hang on. I cannot hear.
I think it's Tammy getting cut out.
Tammy, where are you?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Wait, which are you? I cannot even find your screen.
So I have something.
Tammy, hold on, Tammy. We'll come back to you. Keep on going until you find a better reception. We're gonna go to Lucas, one of our team leaders here in Orange County. Okay.
So just so you guys know, when we talk about forbearance numbers, so April 1st in our country, 0.25% of mortgages were in forbearance. Fast forward 30 days to March 1st, 0.25% were in forbearance. 30 days later, April 1st, 2.25% of mortgages in the U.S. were in forbearance. It gained a whole 2% in 30 days. And to put an actual number on that, so 2% of the $10 trillion in mortgages is $206 billion worth of mortgages went into forbearance in the last 30 days in the U.S. alone.
Yeah. Tammy, look.
Yes, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what are you saying?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Kind of.
I'm going to pull over for a second. So what I was saying, I was just piggybacking off of what you guys were talking about, what Kristen was talking about in regards to how the credit is, how the credit criteria is going to change. That is going to be huge for people. Because if you're trying to sell your house and get into a new house, it's going to be a struggle for you maybe down the road because people are changing it so much because they're tightening up on it. And so that's one thing that people want to think about too. You know, if you're trying to get in, if you're buying a house and you're selling yours, you might want to do that as quick as possible to get in now. Because like Kristen was saying, every day we see it changing. Because Chase has really changed. I mean, Chase is wanting 20% down now and a 700 score. Who has that? Who has that? Not a lot of people. And so that's one thing that, you know, that a seller needs to understand. Not only does it affect your selling, but buying. And selling right now is still looking good. So get rid of it now, because we don't know, the longer this thing goes, we don't know if your house is going to maintain the value. So you want to get rid of it now when it's still good.
All right, so thank you so much for everybody. So just to recap today, this is the launch of this COVID-19 Sellers Protection Plan here at your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty in Los Angeles. What we offer is a guaranteed cash offer on your home. So when if you're thinking of selling your home, this is it. Basically, you call my office, and we have a series of 20 questions. We're gonna after that, we're just gonna give you an offer on your home within 24 hours. It's very simple. No open house, no sold as is, right? The second one, like what Tammy touched just now, if you have to sell and buy a new home, we're gonna give you an offer on your home right now at the full 100% fair market value. So that allows you to put an offer on the replacement home. And that replacement home doesn't have to be in Los Angeles. It could be anywhere in the United States, basically, right? All the major states, actually, we can do it. But so make sure when you call, and if you're thinking of buying and selling at the same time, you let me know up front. And then the third one, there are 3 programs here. One is the guaranteed cash offer within 24 hours. The second one is the trade-in program. The third one is our real estate catch 22. Basically, what we are saying on the real estate catch 22 is that 80% of the buyers now, they have a house. So the buyers is thinking, well, should they sell first or buy first? If they buy first, then they might end up with 2 homes. If they sell first, then they end up with no homes at all. So what's the solution? Well, the solution is we put up this sign in front of your house, buy this home and I'll buy yours. How it benefits you is that now you get more multiple offers. Everything that Christine and Tammy and Hugo just now, everybody's talking about the owner of the house can only accept the offers. Yes, the owner of the house can accept the offers if and only if there's multiple offers, right? If you are the only offers, if you are doing the traditional way to sell your house and there's only one offers, then guess what? The buyers will control you and you are at the mercy of the buyers. So here, we call this COVID-19 Sellers Protection Plan. Essentially, basically, you don't need to leave your house. No hassle, sold as is. So thank you so much. If you are thinking of selling homes, you are here anywhere. Like I said, your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty California is one team, one brokerage made of in 20 different locations. You call 626-789-0159. Again, 626-789-0159. Anywhere in Southern California, we have footprints on the ground. We give you a guaranteed cash offer on your home, sold as is. Now, if you are in Florida, are you in? Christine and Tammy, do a quick introduction how to contact you.
Okay, so I am in Boca Raton, Florida. We work both from Miami Beach up through Vero Beach. Okay, so that's Broward and Palm Beach County, Florida. And you can reach me at 561-221-2292.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
Tammy. Hey, Tammy.
Okay.
Hey, you guys, for those of you who never been to Atlanta, I go to Atlanta at least once a year, and everywhere in Atlanta is so far away. Look at her. She's been on the road. This conversation. Where are you going?
45 minutes away. So, but in Atlanta, I mean, we cover a lot of the Atlanta area, not just Atlanta, up in Alpharetta, cover down south, past the airport. We also cover on the east side, which is the Marietta area. So if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, which is a great time to do it now, give us a call at 754-3239.
And as well, and Hugo here, our team leaders here in San Bernardino. Can you do a quick introduction how to contact you?
Yes, my area is the Inland Empire, Redlands, Highland, Colton, San Bernardino, Fontana. My number to call is 909-750-0222. 909-750-0222.
All right, is there anybody else? All right, guys, so simple message here for everybody, homeowners in the area. Your home sold, guarantee I'll buy it. Guaranteed cash offer on your home within 24 hours. No open house, no showings, sold as is, no hassle. So we try to keep it simple. Thank you and stay safe.